Finding the guardian deity. Now that the student has found the godparent, the person that will lead them into the secret temple to begin their journey of magical powers, the godparent will begin the process of using divination to find the guardian deity that was assigned to walk with the student and grant him access to the supernatural. In the religion of Santeria, where there are many African deities, there are 7 spirits that are popular to the religion that most worshippers seem to call upon with prayers, rituals, and blood magic. It is the job of the godparent to use divination in the form of blood magic to pinpoint the deity for the student. He must anoint him in the name of the deity and command the student to seek his wisdom first. Whoa! Finding the guardian deity is extremely important in the religion of Santeria. Every student will be ordained by one magical deity that will open the doors of the supernatural. It is the godparents that will use their years of wisdom, use their years of divination, use their years of understanding of how to operate in the supernatural to find the guardian deity that the student must walk with. So if you ask me, Master Prophet, what do you mean? Master Prophet Noel worships Santeria. But there is one guardian spirit that opened the door for me. His name is Chango. Chango is the deity I go to that gives me access to all of the deities of Santeria. Did you get that? So when we begin to find the guardian deity, the specific spirit that the student must use to open the gateway, then you begin to understand the important role of the godparents. You see, the godparents have walked with Santeria for many years and understand this process. That for you as a student to have access to all of the deities in Santeria, there must be one guardian deity that overlooks the situation. So some people have Chango as their guardian deity. Some have Elegua. Some have Abatalia. Every student that goes through this process must find the guardian deity by using the wisdom of the godparents. So the godparents may use the shells as a form of divination to find the guardian deity that the student must walk with. They might use the tarot cards. They might use astrology. They will use whatever form of divination that godparent is associated with that will reveal the guardian deity the student must walk with. And let me make it very clear. It is extremely important that the student find the guardian parents. Because remember, when you're dealing with Santeria, you're going to be dealing with mystical levels that you as a student have no understanding of. This is new. The supernatural is new. You don't want to make mistakes when you're walking in the supernatural. You want to make sure that you have guardian parents that you can ask for questions, that you can ask for guidance, and that they can help you in this process of operating in the supernatural. So you say, Master Prophet, what do you mean? There is extreme danger when a person opens themselves up to the supernatural by themselves. This is the reason why I tell people, don't read off a book on how to consult the spirit. That's extremely dangerous. Don't go to YouTube and learn those principles that a video is teaching you and try to consult an ancient spirit that you don't have access to communicate with. But you see, the guardian parents will go through the process of helping the student prepare himself to find the guardian deity. And let me make it very clear. I never recommend anyone to go to a botanica and pick up a candle and summon ancient spirits. Nowhere in all of my years I tell people don't do that. Find a mentor that will walk you through this process if you want to you want to operate in the supernatural. Find the guardian parents that will take the time to educate you and prepare you for you to move at this level of magic. Secret number 1. Once the godparent finds the guardian spirit for the student using divination, he must present him the blessed beads of that deity, the traditional beads that the student must wear. Whoa. Now, the role of the godparent is to help the student as they transition into the world of the supernatural. You as a student can go to the godparents and ask them any questions you like. You as the students could go to the godparents and ask them, are you doing the right rituals, prayers to make sure that you have access to the deity? You're going to be able to go to the godparents and be able to tap into their years of wisdom, because that's the role that they play in your life. So you have to make sure that when you choose godparents, make sure these people are truly dedicated to Santeria and have years operating in the supernatural. Make sure that the person is truly operating in magical powers, and make sure that the godparents are not filled with religion, but understand the process of earning economics using magical powers. If the godparents have a psychology that you, the prophet, should not earn economics, they're going to give you wrong counsel when it's time for you to educate and move in the supernatural. So let me give you my example. The person that gave me the best illustration of what Santeria is all about was, I talked in about all of my CDs, how Sylvia played a role. There's no question that Sylvia played the role to get me connected with the deities and get me into the process of operating in Santeria. But I remember that many years ago, I went to my uncle, which was Jeline. My family used to worship Santeria when I was growing up. And they used to throw parties and celebrations to the deities. Everyone has statues. Everyone served Santeria. I saw this all of my existence as I grew up as a child. I remember that my uncle Jeline used to do a lot of magical things. And I remember that one day he was throwing a party for Santeria, and he invited all of these people. There was Santeria music, there was drinking, there was smoking. Everyone was having fun. And I remember my uncle Jeline literally stopped the party and began to prophesy to people. He told this one woman that she was pregnant. He just touched her belly and told her she was pregnant and gave her the date that that baby would actually manifest. And my uncle was 100% right. I remember, in this party, I was a child. This was early on in my life. I was a child, and my uncle Jeline was throwing this party, this Santeria party. There was fruits everywhere. They were dedicating liquor everywhere. There was fruits. There was food that was dedicated to the deities. There was statues. And the house was filled with people. I remember that my uncle came up to this one individual, and his name was Mickey, and told him, "You like to hit women." And the guy was like, "No, not me." He said, "Yes, you do. You like hitting women. I summon fire to come into your hands that you will never hit a woman ever again." I saw that guy screaming all over the place, and he threw himself on the floor. So my uncle had magical powers based on Santeria that I respected greatly, because I saw with my eyes him do some incredible stuff. Now, I could not choose my uncle Jeline as a godparent, because my uncle Jeline had the psychology that you are not to profit from your gift. He made it very clear. He would not ask people for any level of a donation. So when I was learning how to grow in my magical powers, I could not go to my uncle Jeline, even though I knew he was operating at the highest level, because he forbid me to even contemplate earning levels of economics. This is Master Prophet Noel, the leader of the prophetic, inviting you to the website at www.universityofpropheticcoaching.com.